Hello, Aries. Here is your weekly horoscope for December 13 to December 19. Oy vey, you've got a lot going on. It's going to be, we'll break it down piece by piece. First of all, let's cover the Aries planets. We have Chiron, a planetoid, a minor planet, we'll say, in astrology, but it's making a station in your sign, which in your solar chart puts that in your first house. Chiron is called the wounded healer or the maverick of the zodiac. Well, you know what? Most Aries are already a maverick, so you've really been gung-ho with that this year. But I'm concerned about Chiron as the wounded healer in the first house for Aries and making a station. Well, on the negative side, it might be you dealing with some illness this week. On the positive side, it might be you recovering from illness, because that's the energy that Chiron is about. I would really highly recommend that you do follow pandemic protocols this week and do what you can to avoid any illness developing this week. Now, Mars, your ruling planet, is also in the sign of Aries, also in your first house, and that is giving you a lot of energy, a lot of drive, and a lot of itchy feet situations where you want to get out and do stuff. But that's your sign. You love to be busy. But if you were having to deal with pandemic protocols still or any type of quarantining, then you should stay put. Because although Mars is driving you to get out and move around a lot, there's a little bit of danger still in that at this time. But the energy is sure there to move, isn't it? Now, we have Sagittarius planets for you in the ninth house. And what that does is it brings up issues of philosophy and religion, also travel and higher learning. So you may find that you're much more in tune with your spirituality this week, which is a good thing. You are also maybe looking at planning a trip next year, not right now, unless it's really safe or necessary to do so, or if that's part of your job perhaps. But in general, it might be a time that you're looking to plan some travel more next year. And that's presuming that by this time next year, life will be back to some semblance of normal and people can travel again, for example, as just one thing. As well, with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction currently in Capricorn but moving into Aquarius by midweek next week, culminating in a very exact conjunction on December 21st, what that does for your sign is it moves Jupiter and Saturn into an area of your chart that deals with hopes and wishes and plans for the future. And Aquarius is very akin to that energy already. So you really probably have been developing a lot of wild ideas while you've been in quarantine, because you like to keep your mind as well as your body pretty busy. So you may have developed a lot of great ideas to pursue in the coming year, and that's fine. You probably can't do all of them, but you might want to prioritize or organize a list of steps of what to do. The Sagittarius planets actually can be very organized, and it's a sign that's very positive for you. And your sign isn't always so organized, so maybe the Sagittarius stuff this week might even help you purge or perhaps clean up some clutter, both in your life and at home maybe. But regardless, there's a lot of activity that is keeping you pretty busy. You probably wish you could just be racing around all over the place like you normally do, but you have to be aware that that isn't necessarily possible right now. But that doesn't mean that you can't do a lot online or plan things for the future. So take a good look at where you are now and where you would like to move into in the new year, and perhaps start making some plans to do just that. But regardless, you're going to have a very busy week ahead, and hopefully it's going to be a lot more good busy than bad. I think it should. So have a great week, Aries.